is red on top, and heavy is the head. Yes, we will stand on ground. No, we won't back down.
Blazebodyz! What's happening, everyone? Well, you probably thought I disappeared once again. No, I've been around. Since the recent show that I helped this guy out with, I've gotten back into contest prep mode like I used to back in the day. And not only in addition to going at it hard here daily with my regular clients, I've been prepping a few people. So that's taken up a lot of my time. So today I want to get into a subject that maybe only the competitive athletes could understand this, but it's in relation to the off season. Now, I always encourage both men and women to compete at least once. Now, there's probably nothing more challenging. There'll never be anything more mentally and physically challenging than preparing for a fitness or bodybuilding type competition. I'm not talking like Ironmans or anything of endurance alike. I'm talking about like a bodybuilding show or nowadays you have different categories like physique. And there's new ones all the time, but for the females, it's mostly fitness, figure, bikini, and physique. And in men, we still have bodybuilding. We now have physique, and we also have classic bodybuilding that's just recently being introduced. But anyway, I always encourage people who are, they've been at it for a while and they want to take it to the next level, and they always ask, could I compete? Well, yes, anybody can compete. But there'll never be anything more mentally challenging. It's mostly mentally. Because sure, you can get through the workouts. You can certainly, you can handle the dieting. That's a challenge for some people at first, but they soon realize it's easier. For me, it's easier to contest diet. I like preparing things, and I like knowing I'm very organized, and that's how I act. But some people have a hard time there with the diet end of things. But for the most part, it's a mental challenge. It's forgive me for using some profanity, but it's one big mind fuck. It's tough. But even more mentally challenging in preparation for a show, I feel, it's after the show. It's the off season. Now, maybe this may not be as crazy and frustrating for the men, but for the females, once you've gotten down to competitive levels of body fat, once you've gotten on stage, whether you've competed in any of those categories that I've just discussed, and you're shredded and you're ripped and you're paper thin and tiny and feeling tight all the time, and all the clothes you're putting on are falling off of you, and it's a good feeling, especially when you get on stage and you get some crazy pictures and all your friends and family there. That's awesome. But at that particular level of condition, providing you've gotten there, which if you're watching this and you're relating to what I'm saying, you understand. It's not realistic or healthy, for that matter, to stay in that condition for a long, extended period of time. Now, if you are committed or have made the commitment of doing several shows in a year's time, say you plan on doing 3 back-to-back shows, then you'll have to stay in that shape, or at least I would advise you to. But if you're only doing 1 or 2 shows a year, it's not healthy to stay that lean for that long of time. So having said that, you're going to have to allow yourself to put some weight back on. Now, coming right off of a show, you're definitely going to automatically rebound at least 5 pounds, providing you don't go hog wild on eating like I've done in the past. One year I put on 38 pounds in 2 weeks. Tell me that wouldn't mess up your mind, right? But anyway, so you're going to automatically put on a rebound amount of weight because you were depleted for the show, dehydrated. And whether you did that from extreme caloric restriction or cutting back on your water, or if you manipulated with herbs and so on, you're going to rebound. And it's sometimes 5 to 10 pounds automatically without even eating crazy. Then if you're not careful, you're gonna put some weight on. Your body has become extremely sensitive to the slow depleting process of getting ready for a show. So you have to prepare yourself mentally to know and accept that you're going to be putting on at least 10 to 15 pounds being careful after a show. Now, that's normal. If you like to eat and you go crazy, it could be more than that. Now, think of how that's going to be on your mind. Now, you've now spent 12, 16, 20, maybe more weeks of looking like rocking, looking great, tight, everything, and now all of a sudden you put 15, 20 or more pounds on. That's going to mess with your head. And you have to understand that you shouldn't. I've always told people, myself especially, I've always kept my body weight no more than 15 pounds over contest weight. For women, I would say it would be smart of you to stay around 8 to 10 above contest weight, even in the off season. Let yourself get 8 to 10 above contest weight to allow your hormones to go back to normal, to allow your body to rehydrate and get back to normal. And you must know that this is normal and you can't expect to be shredded all the time. So, you know, if you have a good understanding of the fact that you need to do that, because off season is the time that you want to devote to working on those areas that you. After the show, you're going to see pictures, you're going to get feedback from people. People are going to tell you, you know, if your legs were only tighter or if you had worked this area or that area. You want to work those areas, and you can't continue to work hard and fix those areas if you're depleted in contest shape all the time. So let yourself put a good 8 to 10 on if you're a female, 15 no more than 20 over contest weight if you're a guy, and beat the crap out of yourself on those particular areas hard. Focus on them. Keep your diet in check. And if you see your weight exceeding that mark, that ceiling mark that I just described, then get back and get strict. Because when it comes time to cut back down for contest shape, you don't want any. It's that unwanted fat that gets laid down after the show that you're going to have to work hard to get rid of off of it. And if you put too much on, you're going to have to overkill yourself to get back to contest shape, and you may sacrifice some muscle in the process that you've been working so hard in the off season to put on. You don't want to have to overdo it with cardio when it's cut time. And you don't want to have to drastically calorically restrict yourself when it's that time. So, you know, you're going to be walking around with another, if you're a female, 8 to 10, and you have to accept your clothes are going to be a little tighter. You're not going to have your abs in like they were. You know, you got to know that that's normal. And you got to embrace it and use this time when you're feeling at least physically better. Maybe you may not like the way you're looking because you put that extra weight on. Utilize that time and work on those hard areas. Don't go crazy on the eating. No matter what anyone tells you, don't back in the day, it was common. It was a common thing to, allow yourself to blow up all kinds of weight in the off season. It's not an excuse. It would be smart to stay within striking range of contest weight, even in the off season. Still do your cardio, not maybe as excessive. Definitely hit the weights more and keep your diet as strict as you possibly can. If you're 8 to 10 pounds above contest weight, you're not fat. In your head, you're thinking, I'm fat because you're not seeing your abs. That's not true. And your friends will be like, whoa, why did you let yourself put that weight on? If I were you, I would have stayed in shape all year round. They're not you. They didn't walk the walk that you did. They didn't sacrifice and bust their ass to get down and suffer like you did. They have no right to tell you or judge you or criticize you. All right? Do it for you. All right? So that's that. All right? I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I did. I hung out with my dad and my sister, cooked a big fat 25-pound turkey. I had turkey meat at least for a few more days after Thanksgiving. And it's a new week, and we're working on a new holiday coming up. So hit the gym. If you just came off of a show, train hard, get ready for it, for the next one. Next time will be better, because we're always striving to be better than the last time, because really, inevitably, the contest is not against anyone else, it's with yourself. All right, I want to leave it at that, my friends. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys all very soon.